Are our children safe when they go to school? Are our parents safe when we leave them at home? Is the naira in your bank account of greater value today than it was 4 years ago? If you are following my political antecedents, you would have known that it was answered by me personally in April 2002 when I joined partisan politics. On that date, I said that all myself and all those that were close to me, if were asked a year ago, that means even there 2000, whether I will be into partisan politics, I would say no. This was simply because of the way I found myself as a military head of state and what the government I led did to politicians of the Second Republic. So I thought I would never participate in Nigerian partisan politics. But I think that thing should be a credit for me when people are accusing me of being rigid, stereotype and all that. If I can modify my thoughts, I think then people should give me a credit for that. The second question, I said I will not run an election. Again, I did. Yes, I could recall vividly what I said about the elections. I said that was the last time I will present myself as a candidate. But I said clearly that I will remain in partisan politics. And I have answered this question so many times to your colleagues that people from states and both politicians and non-politicians came and said that I cannot say that I will not participate. Since I said I will remain in partisan politics, then it is my party that will decide what to do, and I agreed. So eventually, if you could recall, I was in ANPP. I left the ANPP. We floated CPC, and then we decided to have a merger, which got the three main political parties together under the name of APC, and that's how we arrived where we are today.
When it was clear that you were going to win the presidential election this time around, how did you feel? And then the point where President Goodluck Jonathan put a call across to you, congratulating you even before the election results was announced.
Yes, well, that was, I think it was a landmark in Nigerian political history. Firstly, for an opposition party, to successfully win an election against the incumbent party, which had been there for 16 years. And I think more significantly, what the president did by calling me before even the final tally and before the announcement of INEC and said that he's congratulating me for winning. That has, I thought, a remarkable statesmanship, and that stabilized the politics of this country. And I think he is going down into history for such, because from the extension of 6 weeks, I think many observers and especially Nigerians feel that the elections and the results are going to be controversial. But the president decided to cut it off by accepting what is practically on the ground.
Talking about the APC, it seems that the coming about of the APC and the eventual victory of the parties was somehow shaped by the approach, the new approach seen in the way it was carried out, a scientific approach, if I must say, carrying out a study to know how really to form a viable opposition. Could you tell us more about this?
I think the role played by Chibisi Akande and Bola Ahmed Tinubu are really remarkable. Those who know Nigerian politics from independence now know that the ace card for political stability is always held by the Southwest. I have no problem, because I believe the Chief Obafemi Awolowo has cultivated a democratic system in the Southwest, and it remained there. And by some fabulous coincidence, as the three of us realized, Chief Akande, Tinubu, myself, and a number of others, that unless the opposition parties come together, there is nothing we can do with the ruling party, the PDP. Because for more than 10 years, they are dictating the terms. So the best thing is for the opposition parties to come together, because each one of us individually will be taken piecemeal and destroyed. But if we come together, we get the national spread, then we will be able to successfully deal with PDP. And thank God we have done it.
There is mass exodus of PDP members to the APC, which many Nigerians somehow are becoming worried, saying that it's gradually giving the APC an image of an old wine in a new bottle. Are you not worried that this could affect the vision of the APC?
I'm not worried, because as I have just explained to you in detail, APC is not a result of an impulsive decision by the leadership of the legacy parties. It is a deliberate, well-processed, well-documented, process that arrived at the APC. So whoever joins us, whether from the ruling party or non-committed politicians before, there is plenty of room for them. As long as they agreed to be part of APC, they can go back to their constituencies and start to establish themselves. It's not from top to bottom, it's from bottom to top.
What factors now will you consider in choosing members of your cabinet?
Well, that's again, the party has a lot of role to play there. But most importantly, I think we need seasoned technocrats, people of professional and personal integrity. There is so much mudslinging and